endlose Wüste, das ewige Eis, das Streben nach Macht um jeden Preis. Alles hat mindestens 2 Seiten, auf ein Erfolg kommt 1000 Pleiten. Du machst auf gut und suchst nach Wärme, du bist nah dran. Doch du schaust in die Ferne.
Felidae, Latin for cat, is a 1994 German animated horror thriller by Michael Schack, based on the same-named 1989 bestseller by Akif Pirinci, and rightfully, much like the novel which spawned 7 sequels by 2012, enjoys cult status among fans. The German author of Turkish descent is one of the very few critical voices in the land of cowards and followers. He openly addresses, among other things, the since years happening population exchange, the gayification of society and the gender madness, and is therefore, like the opposition and all critics in general, actively opposed and silenced by the regime, using all the means available of the former constitutional state, among other things through character assassination, criminal proceedings, a boycott of his books by distribution, etc.
Beweg dein Herz zum Himmel, schick beide auf die Reise. Tanz, 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 aber dreh dich nicht im Kreise.
On his first exploration, the intelligent and cynical tomcat Francis, who has just moved into a dilapidated house with his owner, discovers a fallow cat killed by a bite to the neck, and Bluebeard, a mutilated one-eyed cat who becomes his closest ally. When the next corpse turns up, he stumbles upon a cat cult led by the cat Joker, worshipping a certain Claudandus. He learns from Pascal, an old cat who has learned how to use computers, and a list of all the deaths in his territory, that cats have been murdered in this area for a long time. And it also seems to have something to do with a former animal testing laboratory and a new cat breed.
Aufgaben lösen oder nicht, keine Frage von Cleverness. Eher der Sicht hält die Welt dich gefangen oder gibt sie dir Halt? Interessiert dich dein Nachbar oder lässt er dich kalt? Wie das meiste, was dir auf dem Bildschirm erscheint und du nur reagierst, weil irgendwer meint, dass man dieses oder jenes jetzt gut finden muss und du dir das reinziehst bis zum Schluss und dann da sitzt, völlig gelähmt wie ein Tiger im Zirkus, endgültig gezähmt.
Novel and movie are both very good. They tell the same story and differ only, in my view, rather minor, mostly film-related details. And as usual, I prefer the more detailed novel in which you hear Francis' thoughts, which is why Bluebeard, only a minor character in the book, has significantly more scenes with Francis here. He practically plays the second main role, so that the viewer can participate in his thoughts through the explanations. For example, when they read about the ancient Felidae together or visit the Watcher of the Dead. In the novel, Francis does this alone. And there he is also informed about the experiments of Professor Pretorius through a real diary, not a videotape. The till then, at 10 million marks, that's 5 million euros, most expensive German animated film received mixed but mostly positive feedback. However, thanks to poor marketing, it wasn't a success in theaters here, and internationally it only played in Switzerland and Spain.
Beweg dein Herz zum Himmel, schick beide auf die Reise. Tanz, 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 aber dreh dich nicht im Kreise. Beweg dein Herz zum Himmel, schick beide auf die Reise. Tanz, 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 aber dreh dich nicht im Kreise. Erzähl was von dir, was dich wirklich berührt und dem, der dir zuhört, nicht die Kehle zu schnüren. Denn wenn um dich rum alles erstickt, kriegst du auch keine Luft mehr.
2009 saw with Anno Soul's fantasy thriller The Door another adaptation, based on Pirinchi's The Back Door from 2001. In 2003, a successful painter neglects his wife and young daughter, who drowns in an accident. 5 years later, the emotionally devastated man, burdened with guilt, passes through a magical door that takes him back to the past. Now he is able to save his daughter, but then kills his younger self in self-defense and tries to continue his life from there on, and becomes fatally entangled in the supposedly better other world, since he isn't the only visitor from the future.
Die Angst vor der Blöße, die Angst vor dem Tod, reicht für ein Leben als verklemmter Idiot. Beweg dein Herz zum Hirn, schick Beine auf die Reise.
Therefore, its tiny budget, mostly except for the completely out-of-place action final, well-done movie, it convinces primarily through its cast, contains only motifs from the highly recommendable novel, and essentially tells a completely different story. The characters also have different names. There the painter also goes back 10 years, together with his ex-wife. In the movie she appears in the final, also with the immediate intention of killing their younger selves, and many more murders follow. And the child, there a little boy who also died accidentally due to his father's carelessness, wasn't even born in 1991, where most of the story takes place. The book also has a resolution, while the adaptation fails to provide an explanation for the door.